Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the setup that was needed to create 2000 animations just using Python code and how that was done. And then we're going to look at how to remove notify tracks using Python code and have a look at how to organize them so they're all in a neat little row using Python code. I've provided all the code for this. It's just, this is how it works and why it works, just for your information. And the animations that were made are available on Fab as well. So you can check those out and see for yourself. They are free because the animations I got for free, so there's no point in charging anyone for it. Feels a bit morally wrong. So I hope you enjoy. I hope it's useful for you. I'm no expert on Python, but I created this code to be able to use for the purpose of what I needed it for, which was to create animations. So let me know what you think. Is this useful for you? What sort of things would you love to be able to automate? And I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you very much. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to get a source folder. So I've got these anims to fix or to move, and then destination folder. So I've got fixed pistol and fixed rifle. So anims to fix, I've just dumped a bunch of animations in here. One of the first things that I need to do though is we select all these animations and we're going to turn off. So we're going to go to asset actions, edit selection in property matrix. And then we're going to turn off the root motion here because that's going to mess them up. It's going to transfer with all the root motion locked. So we're going to turn off both of these and then we're going to save it. And now I've dragged out one of these into the world and I can see that they are moving around like so. So that's good. Okay, next we're going to get our Python script. So it's this one, and we've got the skeletal mesh that I'm using. So this is the UEFO mannequin, the animation blueprint. So what this is going to do is it's going to take this animation blueprint and it's going to look at this blend per bone. So right now this is doing clavicle L1, clavicle R, and it's going to blend it together, and the output pose is going to be the pose that we get in our fixed animations folder. Okay. So we need to select a upper body anim to get. So right now this is the rifle idle break. And then we need to select the source folder, which is our anims to fix, specifically the walk folder. So we need to change that. So I'm going to come to this Python and I want to right click and we're going to copy the path and paste that in here. And then I want the destination folder or the output folder. So again, come to fixed rifle, find the crouch folder and copy the path. And then we're going to put the destination path as the file that we copied. So if I can just put this up here. So here we have our anims to fix, the crouch folder. That's our source that we're going to take the animations that are here from. And we'll go back to our content and we're going to put it in the output folder, which is fixed rifle crouch. This is empty currently. And then it's going to create a folder of temporary level sequences. And then it'll run. So we can press Control A on that and press Control C. And down here we can enter the Python script. So we can Control V that and press Enter. You can see it's going to move and create 213 new animations. So we'll do that. And then if I go back to fixed rifle and go to crouch, here's all my new animations. And then if I drag this one out into the world and hit simulate, it's going to go back. And then if I change that on here and switch on the root motion, it's going to have root motion enabled as well. And it's going to force the root lock. That's what I want it. So that's what we want to do. And you see how quick it did those 200 odd. So you just need to change this to the files, but you could do the whole file as well. So if I wanted to take the whole anims to fix file and place it into fix rifle, I could do that. So I'll just get rid of all of that, like so. Press Control A, Control C. I can just take all 800 animations. And if you try and do it, it will find the level sequence already exists, so you just need to overwrite that level sequence. Because it doesn't delete the level sequences, they're stored in a temporary folder, but you need to clear that folder, so I'll show you that once it's finished moving these. So if you now go to your content drawer, you'll see that in here you'll have this temp sequence folder, and this has got all your level sequences for all the animations. You just need to press Control A and delete all of those. And if I'd have done that before, then it wouldn't have thrown up that overwrite error. It's only doing it because they already exist and I was trying to move them again. So now if we go back to fixed rifle, which is where all these animations are, and open one of these up. Let's open up one of these walk ones. You can see that it has doubled or tripled sometimes our animation notifies, and we may not always want animation notifies here. So what we can do is this anim notify removal script. If you just change the source file folder here, you can press Control A, get the whole script and paste it into the Python script again, and press enter, and then that will remove all of the notifies. For that, it will go through all 800 odd that are in that folder and just remove every single notify. You can tell it to only remove certain tracks. So down here, it'll tell you which track to remove, whether you want to. This is removing 7 tracks in total. But if you only want it to remove the first track or the second track, it'll do that. And then finally, what we can do is we're going to create a new level. So right click level, create a new level. This should just be blank. So then we'll go to Windows, Environmental Light Mixture, and add all of the light stuff that we need. And then I'm just going to drag in like 30 of these, 28. You can see they're all in the middle there, all bunched up. And we have this organization code as well. So we're going to go to Window Tools. So we're going to go to Tools, execute Python script, run this organization code, and now they're all in a neat little line, all straight. Now the thing about this organization code is that it will put all the actors in there. So if you wanted to specify anim sequences or meshes, you can do, but this does also work on like static meshes and skeletal meshes as well. So if you wanted to display or check out a bunch of static meshes, this code would work. But as you can see, it's just put all the light sources and the height map and everything also in that little order. So that's just something to be aware of. But that's 3 Python codes that should help you